Disaster Preparedness Checklist for 40 Days of Survival. A disaster preparedness checklist goes a long way in readying individuals and their families for the worst catastrophes that could impact them. Total devastation makes the simplest everyday tasks nearly impossible unless people have taken the responsible path towards preparedness. Only then can they increase their chances of survival in the face of impending doom. To battle the obstacles between ignorance and preparedness, Absolute Rights has released an informational and educational training course called 40 Days and 40 Nights. It shares the critical procedures that need to be taken to approach complete readiness and involves a lengthy description of how and why certain approaches work better than others. It's an emergency preparedness guide for any experience level and will teach even the most seasoned survival pros a thing or two about disaster recovery. The course starts with the most important step, creating a checklist of the items and duties needed to prepare for 40 days of recovery time and attempting to knock the list out one part at a time. The most diverse kinds of disasters can cause similar breakdowns in their aftermath. Power, communications, commerce, fuel, and food will virtually disappear for lengths of time, creating a community of hungry, thirsty, and scared people in withdrawal from the dire circumstances. And of course, there's always an increased chance for a breakdown in civil order as well, which creates even more dangerous scenarios. Luckily, situational awareness is moving to the forefront of both the people's minds and measures are being taken to protect safety and stability. Take a look at the recent recognition AT&T recently received, as this MarketWatch press release announces the communication company as a pioneering frontrunner in a new private sector program. With the start of the 2012 Atlantic hurricane season just days away, said the piece, AT&T stands ready to respond with its state-of-the-art network disaster recovery (NDR) program. And now with a disaster preparedness certification in hand from the Department of Homeland Security, DHS. AT&T's certification is the first nationwide under the DHS Voluntary Private Sector Preparedness Program, PS-PREP. With this distinction, AT&T has led the way in communication recovery after major incidences that shut down power and phone capabilities. The PS-PREP certification reflects AT&T's commitment to keeping our networks up and running in the face of a natural or man-made disaster so consumers, businesses, and emergency responders can communicate during and after these events, said the release. Absolute Rights is following AT&T's lead and taking it upon themselves to provide useful tips and strategies for surviving the toughest conditions disasters can cause. 40 Days and 40 Nights is helping people learn that they need to focus on what they can control and not bother with things they can't. It also strives to get people to focus away from the actual disasters themselves and enjoy the journey towards preparedness. The course helps with decisions that people will be happy with, whether a disaster happens or not. It won't all be for naught if the hurricane, flood, or worse never arrives. Overall, the training course from Absolute Rights is giving individuals a new perspective on preparation techniques and helping them understand how to do it efficiently and safely. It shows how incorporating just a few activities and items into everyone's daily lives can go a long way in readying society for any and everything. 40 Days and 40 Nights will provide the most complete disaster preparedness checklist possible and is currently open for membership. To learn more, please visit www.40daysofsurvival.com.